Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Eat, Breathe, and Pray. It is, Friday, the 14th of February of 2025, and it is currently 6:01 a.m. here on the East Coast of the United States of America. And we are here for our Through the Bible in 1 Year reading. Today's reading comes from the book of the Psalms, Psalms 18 through 20. And it is day 45 of Through the Bible in 1 Year. So before we get started, let's take a moment just to still ourselves before the Lord, to focus our attention, our bodies, minds, soul, and spirit on Yahweh Sabaoth, Yahweh of hosts. Start by taking a deep breath. And as you exhale, bring your body to a place of stillness, where there's no extraneous movement, no fidgeting, no wriggling, nothing that will distract you from his presence. Allow your muscles to relax, all tension to ease out of your body. Your breathing to slow down, become deeper. Your heart rate to slow. And while you are focused on stilling your body, take this opportunity to present your body to Yahweh as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable in the beloved. This is where our daily service of worship begins. And allow the stillness in your body to inform the rest of you that it's time to become still. To still your thoughts, all of those thoughts of the future, and the thoughts that draw you into the past, and all of those little niggly thoughts in the moment that would distract you from his presence. The what ifs, the have yous. Did you check? Have you thought of? Gather all of your thoughts up, everyone, and place them in the hands of Yahweh. And all of those things that are weighing upon your heart, that are vying for emotional space in you, gather them up also. The positive and the negative alike, gather them up and place them in his hands. And entrust all of those things to him who is able to care for what concerns you, to him who is at work on your behalf even when you're sleeping. Enter into his presence with praise and thanksgiving on your lips, and awe and wonder in your heart as you seek his face, as you listen for the sound of his voice, as you listen for the beat of his heart. And from this place of his presence, let's hear the word of Yahweh. Psalms 18 through 20. For the choir director, of the servant of Yahweh, of David, who spoke to Yahweh the words of this song in the day that Yahweh delivered him from the hand of all his enemies and from the hand of Saul. He said, I love you, O Yahweh, my strength. Yahweh is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. My God, my rock in whom I take refuge. My shield and the horn of my salvation. My stronghold. I call upon Yahweh, who is worthy to be praised, and I am saved from mine enemies. The cords of death encompassed me, and the torrents of vileness terrified me. The cords of Sheol surrounded me. The snares of death confronted me. In my distress, I called upon Yahweh and cried to my God for help. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry for help before him came to his ears. Then the earth shook and quaked, and the foundations of the mountains were trembling and were shaken. Because he was angry, smoke went up out of his nostrils, and fire from his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens and came down with his darkness under his feet, with thick darkness under his feet. He rode upon a cherub and flew, and he sped upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness his hiding place, his canopy around him, darkness of waters, thick clouds of the sky. From the brightness before him passed his thick clouds, hailstones and coals of fire. He sent out his arrows and scattered them, and lightning flashes in abundance, and threw them into confusion. Then the channels of water appeared, and the foundations of the world were laid bare. At your rebuke, O Yahweh, at the blast of the breath of your nostrils. He went from on high. He took me. He drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy and from those who hated me, for they were too mighty for me. They confronted me in the day of my disaster, but Yahweh was my support. He brought me forth also into a broad place. He rescued me because he delighted in me. Yahweh has rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands. He has recompensed me. For I have kept the ways of Yahweh and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all of his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. I was also blameless with him, and I kept myself from my iniquity. Therefore Yahweh has recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands before his eyes. With the kind you show yourself kind, but with the blameless you show yourself blameless. I'm going to read those two again. Sorry for stumbling over them. With the kind you show yourself kind, with the blameless you show yourself blameless, with the pure you show yourself pure, and with the crooked you show yourself astute. For you save an afflicted people, but eyes which are lifted up you bring down. For you light my lamp. Yahweh, my God, illumines my darkness. For by you I can run upon a troop, and by my God I can leap over a wall. As for God, his way is blameless. The word of Yahweh is tried. He is a shield to all who take refuge in him. For who is God but Yahweh? And who is a rock except our God? The God who girds me with strength and makes my way blameless. He makes my feet like hinds' feet and sets me upon my high places. He trains my hands for battle so that my arms can bend a bow of bronze. You have also given me the shield of your salvation, and your right hand upholds me. And your gentleness makes me great. You enlarge my steps under me, and my ankles have not given way. I pursued my enemies and overtook them, and I did not turn back until they were consumed. I crushed them so that they were not able to rise. They fell under my feet. For you have girded me with strength for battle, and have subdued under me those who rose up against me. You have also made my enemies turn their backs to me, and I destroyed those who hated me. They cried for help, but there was none to save, even to Yahweh, but he did not answer them. Then I beat them fine as the dust before the wind. I emptied them out as the mire of the streets. You have delivered me from the contentions of the people. You have placed me as a head of the nations, as a people whom I have not known serve me. As soon as they hear, they obey me. Foreigners cower before me and come trembling out of their fortresses. A people whom I have not known serve me. Yahweh lives, and blessed be my rock, and let the God of my salvation be lifted high. The God who executes vengeance for me and subdues peoples under me, who delivers me from my enemies. Surely you lift me above those who rise up against me. You rescue me from the violent man. Therefore I will give thanks to you among the nations, O Yahweh. And I will sing praises to your name. He gives great salvation to his king and shows the loving kindness to his anointed, to David and his seed forever. Psalm 19. For the choir director, a psalm of David. The heavens are telling of the glory of God, and the expanse is declaring the work of his hands. Day to day pours forth speech, and night to night reveals knowledge. There is no speech, nor are there words. Their voice is not heard. Their line has gone out through all of the earth, and their utterances to the end of the world. In them he has placed a tent for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber. It rejoices as a strong man to run his course. Its rising is from one end of the heavens, and its circuit to the other end of them, and there is nothing hidden from its heat. The law of Yahweh is perfect, restoring the soul. The testimony of Yahweh is sure, making wise the simple. The precepts of Yahweh are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of Yahweh is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of Yahweh is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of Yahweh are true. They are righteous altogether. They are more desirable than gold, even more than much fine gold. Sweeter also than honey and the drippings of the honeycomb. Moreover, by them your slave is warned. In keeping them there is great reward. Who can discern his errors? Acquit me of hidden faults. Also keep back your slave from presumptuous sins. Let them not rule over me. Then I will be blameless, and I shall be acquitted of great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Yahweh, my rock and my redeemer. Psalm 20, for the choir director, a psalm of David. May Yahweh answer you in the day of distress. I'm going to start that again. May Yahweh answer you in the day of distress. May the name of the God of Jacob set you securely on high. May he send you help from the sanctuary and uphold you from Zion. May he remember all of your meal offerings and find your burnt offerings acceptable. Selah. May he grant you your heart's desire and fulfill all your counsel. We will sing for joy over your salvation, and in the name of our God, we will set up our banners. May Yahweh fulfill all your petitions. Now I know that Yahweh saves his anointed. He will answer him from his holy heaven with the saving might of his right hand. Some boast in chariots and some in horses, but we will boast in the name of Yahweh our God. They have bowed down and fallen, but we have risen and stood upright. Save, O Yahweh. May the King answer us in the day we call. And that is the end of our reading for this morning. Join us at 12 noon for our midday prayer focus. And again at 7:30 p.m. for our daily devotion, when we will take a closer look at a small portion of the Through the Bible in 1 Year reading for today. And in the meantime, go in the knowledge and the awareness of the presence of God with you, of his great love for you, and of his Holy Spirit dwelling in you. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray for the people of Israel. Pray the promises and the prophecies of Scripture over them. And pray without ceasing for whatever it is that God has called you to, whatever he has given you influence over or authority over. Pray from that place of his presence, that place of stillness and rest, where you can hear his voice and know his heart, so that you know that what you're praying is coming straight from the heart of the Father. And be blessed and be a blessing.